to my channel. This is Natasha from Crafting Extreme Love, and today I have a plan with me here in my Hemlock and Oak Undated planner. Here is a look so far at how I've used the planner. I've been sick for the past like 9 days now, so things are pretty empty, but Julie over at Plan to Create, she put up a challenge to do a stamp only layout for this upcoming week, and I thought that that would be a ton of fun. I have a video coming out shortly all about inking in the Hemlock and Oak planner. I really highly recommend this planner if you are into the Hobonichi cousin style of a layout, but you're looking to be able to stamp more freely. I think this is a great option for you. So I have a stack of stamps here. I have some, the brand new stamp set from Coco Daisy that comes in the Traveler's Notebook kit. I've got an oldie but goodie from Kelly Stamps, Love Labels. I've got this Categorize It from Retro Hit Mama, which has been a tried and true in my planner. I've got the Coco Daisy Traveler's Notebook stamp set for January, the Confetti Wishes. And then I've got two of their stamp sets here that are in the Daisy shop, and all of these that are available, I will be sure to link them down below if you're interested in picking them up. And then I've got these two stamp sets from Feed Your Craft. Unfortunately, she has closed her shop in December, so these are no longer available, but I'm just really happy to have these part of my collection. I have been using this floating numbers for the month of January so far, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep with that consistency. I think that will be really fun, and I like that that will be a consistent look. She challenged to just no stickers, but I am going to cheat just a little bit, and I'm going to be using a sticker down here. This has been a repeated element that I've used, and I'd like to keep that up. So I'm going to go ahead and use a sticker here, and then over on the sidebar here, there's a section for goals, values, and tasks. I am going to use a sticker here for the values and a sticker for the tasks section, as I'm not going to be using the planner for that capacity or in that reason in these sections. I think that's a really fun and meaningful way to use this to bring your values into your layouts. I am still working through the value section that she has here in the front of the planner. I've just kind of started this. As I mentioned, I've been sick, so I haven't been really ready to dive on into a ton of introspection and reflection. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and cover those up. Now I am hoping that I feel better and I can return to work this upcoming week. So I'm going to kind of do a skeleton and not completely fill in as if I went to work, just because I'm still unsure. I do want to mention that I've got these Crayola Colors of the World markers that I've been using in my planner here. I think that they're really a fun, affordable way if you kind of want that aesthetic neutral look without the cost of a Tombow. And so I would recommend that if that's kind of a look you're going for. They do come in a whole like collection of colors, and so these are some of the darker toned ones, and then they even go to like these really light colors here. I have some of my other favorites that I've pulled in my pen pouch, but I just wanted to show that off. I got those at Walmart, and they were really, I would say, an affordable price point for what you get. And then finally, another item I am going to use this week, as I would say this is a flat a flat item, is going to be rub-ons. So it's a little disorganized here, but I'm going to use a few of these elements as I think that they add that really like beautiful subtle detail without it being too in your face. Anyways, that is enough chatting for now, and let's go ahead and get into this plan with me. First up, I am going to start building the bottom right corner, and I'm going to be flipping back and forth as I'm trying to remind myself here of the design that I had that I really liked. And I'm going to be mixing it up just a bit this week by adding this really fun, I almost want to call it like a graphic organizer stamp, to add in a little framework for my January stamp right there. So the graphic organizer stamp and this cute little washi stamp that I'm going to be using here are from Cocoa Daisy. They are both found in the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit. So I really enjoy being able to use this kit outside of my memory keeping projects. I especially think if you're a memory planner or you do some level of creative planning, I think that's a fantastic kit for you as well. And speaking of Cocoa Daisy, they have this new stamp set out in the Daisy store right now that two different versions, and they're these really whimsical florals, and I'm using these, stamping them in a light gray from Studio Calico as a way to kind of divide my week there up at the top. As I mentioned, I've been out sick, and so I wasn't too sure if I was going to be going into work or not, and I do start my day at 7, so I felt like the way that I stamped this could kind of indicate if I do ended up working that week, I could go ahead and use that almost as like my highlighter or washi to indicate the start of my day. I definitely think participating in challenges like this where you're using more like flat materials, so your stamps and your pens and markers, really gives you an opportunity to stretch your supplies and use your creativity to think about how you can restructure things that you go back to each week in your planner. I am really sticking to a consistent structure in my planning this year. Last year I used a teacher layout for the majority of the year, and that had a really structured system to it, and I realized that that is something I really wanted to carry into my planning for 2022. And so I'm really trying to work to like marry these two. I love creative planning. Adding stamps and stickers like I'm doing here really brings me back to looking at these pages. But I still want to make sure that I'm functionally using my planner so that I'm getting stuff done and it's supporting me in being a functioning adult and somebody who has ADHD and has a hard time sometimes managing and remembering all of the things. So I'm really curious, have you seen your personal planning style evolve throughout the years, especially I think during the time of the pandemic? I think that a lot of our goals and focuses in life have changed and they've shifted. And so I'm curious if in those changes, if your planning style has changed. If you feel comfortable sharing, I would love to know. Feel free to drop that in the comment section below. I think it's really interesting to find out how people are always like tweaking and accommodating their planning style to fit their needs. So as I'm blabbing away here, I have added a few more details to my layout. I have been pulling quite a few items from Retro Hip Co's Categorize It stamp, and right now I'm going to be using some small icons from both Cocoa Daisy and Andrea's stamp set, and going to be adding this tracker. This is something that I've been consistently adding to my week, and that's to reflect my morning meditations along with the different medications that I take. Just those two circles is enough of a reminder for me. The other item that I've been tracking is, or scheduling and planning, is the content that I share, along with also the deadlines for different creative team projects. So having that little camera icon has been really helpful for me. And now I'm going to be adding some categories and lists at the bottom. These are, I'm going to say, like somewhat of a go-to list. I'm still tweaking them. I've actually taken Julie's idea here on the sidebar, and I am creating like an inbox where I'm doing more of like a brain dump to be able to like have a clearer sense of what I'm listing and planning out here in my Hemlock and Oak planner. So that week 3, I'm gonna go at the end of this video, I do end up adding the page number that I can reference back to in the future. To finalize this layout, I'm going to be adding a few more details from this dandelion stamp, kind of continuing that same pattern like I mentioned of blocking off my start time for work. I'm going to be adding some important dates using a mod liner and just adding a little checkbox here to list those important dates. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and add some photos of the final product here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know. I don't share too much planning content around here anymore, but I just am pretty obsessed with this Hemlock and Oak planner and wanted to just show how much you can do with your stamps and your markers in creating a beautiful and functional layout. If you're interested in seeing some more content like this, please consider subscribing. Until next time, I will see you all later.